I'm Lisa with Swifty Travels, and this is the last video in my Boston series. I just want to show you this really unique art museum that you may not have heard of before. It's called the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, and it's a very unassuming building from the outside. It's located near the Fine Arts Museum in Boston, so if you're into art and you make it to that part of town, you're definitely going to want to check out this attraction. It is very unique in many ways. This unassuming building is the scene of the greatest unsolved art heist in history. That is huge. Over $500 million worth of art were stolen from this gallery in 1990, and it is still unsolved. There is now a $10 million reward for the return of those art pieces, so if you have any information, it is not too late. It's not just a museum, this is a Venetian palace that's been transplanted in Boston. And it was built by one of America's most fascinating women. Isabella Stewart Gardner was a 19th century socialite in the Boston area, and she was known for very unconventional ways. There's some stories online that she wore Red Sox jerseys to symphony concerts and walked lions on leashes. I couldn't find any evidence that that information was true, but she did have quite a reputation. Starting in the 1890s, she started to gather her collection, and it's one of the greatest private collections in the United States. When her husband died in 1898, she used her inheritance to build this incredible palace. She designed every detail herself. She actually went to Venice to study palazzos, and that's where she got the inspiration for this space. She personally selected each tile, tapestry, and architectural element in here. She arranged this collection not like a traditional museum, but like a home. Every room tells a story, with paintings, furniture, and decorative arts. The building is 3 stories around this central courtyard. Each gallery offers intimate encounters with the masterpieces. There are several different popular pieces in this house. Now, I'm not super trained in art history, so I don't know all the artists, but I found it absolutely stunningly beautiful. And there's different rooms with different styles of paintings in the room. So there's the blue room that has her prize Whistler paintings, and the Gothic room shows medieval pieces. I really enjoyed this. When you walk through this house, you're stepping into the mind of a remarkable woman who created something entirely unprecedented. This paradise was shattered in 1990. In the early morning hours, 2 men were dressed as police officers. They came up to the night security guards and said they were told of a disturbance and were asked to check it out. Once inside, they maimed and bound the security guards and put them down in the basement. They spent 81 minutes inside, stealing 13 priceless works of art. Inside this art museum, you'll notice canvases that are just frames, indicating the art pieces that are gone, that will one day return home. Now, I didn't really notice this when I was there. I didn't even know that there was such an art heist that happened at this space when I was visiting. So unfortunately, I didn't capture it. So when you read up on the history of this crime, it seems that the thieves had a very specific pieces in mind, and they believed that this was an inside job. The thieves seemed to know exactly what they wanted. Their choices were puzzling. They ignored some of the most valuable pieces in there, while taking others that seemed a little bit random. Despite one of the longest running FBI investigations in history, the art has never been recovered. And it is still active on the FBI website as an investigation that they still need to solve. Like I said before, there is a $10 million reward for the return of this art. This is the largest reward ever by a private institution. Currently, the entrance fee is $22 to get in, and if you have the Go City Pass, it is part of your unlimited pass of attractions that you can visit. I'll have a link down in the description if you're interested in getting the Go City Pass. The Fine Arts Museum is also part of that Go City Pass. I just didn't have time to visit. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this series on Boston. I have some really big things coming up soon, so I hope you can subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.